guys! Oh my goodness, this is so difficult. Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Whoever's watching, welcome back to another video. So, today, I don't even know what So today I will be doing my Sunday self-care ritual routine. My Sunday self-care routine is what I'll be doing today, and I'm super excited and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yes. Okay, so why I wanted to do this video is because I have this routine that I do on a Sunday that I've been doing it for a few years now. Like, it changes every year. I like update it and I improve it, but for the most part on a Sunday or at some point during the weekend, like if it's like a busy weekend, I'll maybe move it to Friday evening or Saturday morning or whatever. But for the most part I try and keep it that I do this on a Sunday, and this year I've been pretty consistent about it, and I've been able to like keep it to the Sunday and keep to this routine, so I decided to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So like, yeah, you wake up, you have your breakfast, you know, you watch YouTube or you watch some series, you just chill, do whatever you do. And so like the morning I just take it easy, you know, not because it is a weekend. Take it easy, you know, have your breakfast, have your whatever you like to have, watch whatever you like to do. Whatever you like to do in the mornings, do that. Keep it simple, keep it easy, because you don't want it to be like stressful, because it's a Sunday and if it's stressful then you're not gonna want to do this routine. So start off easy like a normal weekend, chill, and then after you've done whatever you like to do in the mornings on a weekend, then and what I like to do is just wake up, have my breakfast, watch something, and then I'll go brush my teeth, wash my face, whatever you want to do, shower, make my bed. Like, I'll do that. After I've done that, then I'll do those little things, because that gets my mind, when I'm like organized like that, it makes me feel better. I'll like make the bed, go and shower if I'm showering in the morning, you know, or wash my face and brush my teeth, like wash the dishes, that kind of stuff. Then I get that stuff out of the way. Step one is I will plan for the week. That's the first thing that I do and this is what I use currently. I just got this, and this is actually from Clicks. Typo has really good ones, but Clicks also has some good ones, and they're cheaper. And the Typo ones, not as nice as the Typo ones, I will admit. Typo ones are really good, and if you can, get the Typo ones. But if you can't, Clicks has decent ones. And this is really beautiful. But the only thing is, like with Clicks one, they will look really nice on the outside, but like inside is not as, what's the word, as functional. You know, it's literally just this, and then it has the date, which doesn't even write the date or the month, so you have to go and do that yourself. So like, I do it myself. Like here I wrote September, and then so I literally have to do that myself. Yeah. And then the other planners that they have that do have like the dates, it's those ugly ones those ugly ones that have like the time at each line, and that's just like, I don't like those. They look like those office planners. No. So yeah, so this is what I'll use to plan my week, my month, my all that. And so how I usually plan for my week is, so I usually plan for the month, and then I do for the month, and then now the weekly ones. So like now it's the 1st of September, so I did for the month. So when I do for the month, I just jot down what I want to get done this month. I put it down, but then I look will I be able to do these things by the end of the month? So I don't just put everything down. Like, I be realistic. I'm like, okay, and I will look at the weekends, the days of the, and I'll see, okay, I can probably do this. So I'll write down what I want to do the month, and then I will see if I can put these in areas. Yeah, put these in the month, like they can fit in the month, just by, not that I will do them on those days, but just to see. Okay, so I'll like write down, this is what I want to do, and then for the month, then I'll make sure that I can fit it in that month. And yeah, and you want to like do that so that you don't have like a long list of, and then you get there and then you haven't done most of those things, and then you feel bad, and then you feel overwhelmed and stuff. So just, it's better from the beginning to do that. So after I've written down, I just put in a list to do for this month. I write them down in a list, right? I think I'll put like a little explanation here. So I write down my to do, and then I just jot down things that will actually fit in that month. And then as I go every now Sunday, right? So now the next Sunday, I will just refer or like reference that list. When I'm planning for the week, I reference that list to make sure that, okay. And then if you do that slowly, by the end of the month, you've done everything. And before, I never used to do the monthly one. I would just do like every week, just plan, and then in my head I have an idea of what I want to do for the month. But that doesn't, I feel like that doesn't help. Like for me, it was too much, and then you end up not doing things because everything is in your head. So even though you've put it in for the week, like, it's just easy. Just break everything down, you know, like, so you have for the year, and then you have for the that's too much for some people. Have for the year, then break down for the months. Yeah, so like find a way to like have all your things that you want to do in the year, and then like just in your head kind of estimate, okay, I can do this in the first half, I can do these in the second half, I can do this in the third half. And then you take those little things, and then, okay, I can do this month, I can do this month. So yeah, that's when you do stuff like that, it really helps to like make sure you do everything. So that's what I do with the planning, is that's, you know, for the month, write it down. And then so now I spend each week, when I sit down now on the Sunday to plan for the week, I will refer to that. And sometimes you'll have other things you want to add, but they should be small things. Okay, if it's like a major thing, yeah, let's not talk about that. But yeah, so then you put in for that day, you write down what you need to do. And yeah, and then another thing that I do, like, I'm so extra with it, so I have the month, and then so when I'm doing for the week, I will put down everything that I need to do for the week. So the same thing I do for the month, I'll write down everything I need to do for the week first. On like Sunday, I'll write down everything I need to do for the week, and then I'll put it in like, okay, Monday I'll do this, Tuesday I'll do this one, Wednesday I'll do this one, Thursday, like that. And then but then that's not, I can switch it around. That's just because I write this stuff in pencil, so that it's fluid. But all I know is by the end of the week, these things should be done. So maybe you have like 4-5 things you need to do by the end of the week, and then you just write it down on the Sunday. I'll do this on Monday, and then do this. And some days you'll stick to doing this on Monday, doing this Tuesday, but some days you won't. But the point is, by the end of the week, it should all be done. You get what I mean? So, and then another tip, when you're like planning things to do for a day, always overestimate the time it will take to do the thing. Don't underestimate, because I find a lot of people, myself included, in the past, because we have learned, people always underestimate the time it takes, and so they will write lists or to-do lists of things they want to do, but then, because you find that a lot of people, they have written down what they need to do, but then they never manage to finish that list. They come at the end of the day, it's not finished, and that's because you underestimated. And people always write it down assuming everything is going to be perfect on that day, assuming like no surprises are going to come, or no just assuming that everything's gonna go the way you think it will, and that you will have the energy, because maybe that day will come and you will not be in the best of moods, you'll be feeling a certain way. And that's why it's always good to overestimate, so that if the time is going to take, so if anything goes wrong, if you don't feel your best, it's okay, because I just need to do this. That's all I need to do. So that's tip number 1 when you're planning. And another tip is always start with the simple tasks. I always do that. That's something I've always done, and I never realized that it's actually it's a tip. It's a good thing. Always start with the easy things. So put your easy to-dos in the beginning of your, like, the first things you're gonna do, and then get on to the more difficult things. And like, guys, I tell you, it helps so much, because you feel like you've done so much. When you're ticking off the things, you feel good. You feel like, oh wow, I've done this, I've done that, and so it makes it easier to get onto the more difficult things. And then it's also nice when, like, for your head, when you see you only have one more thing left to do, even if it's a task that's going to take a long time. If it's one thing, you're fine. You will sit there and you'll do that task that's going to take a while, just because at least that's it, and I've done all the other things. It's like a psychological thing, and I know from experience. So I always, even when I'm doing, like, when I would do schoolwork, assignments, like, that stuff can be applied to literally all, like, phases of your life, or stages, all aspects of your life. You can apply that. So when you're planning, to when you're doing assignments, when you're doing work things, whatever, like, start with the easy tasks and then build to the, because it's not worthless. You will never feel like, oh, I haven't done anything because those tasks were so small. Trust me. So yeah, that's the first thing I do, is just plan for the week. And the reason I like to do this first is because it just makes me, I like doing it, and it makes me feel like I've done a lot, and I feel like, okay, like, I've gotten it out of the way. I don't know. Yeah, and so another thing I wanted to mention is, when you're doing this, just, like, create an order that works for you, or create a scenario. So I'm just sharing what I do, but you find, like, what works for you, and what because even this thing that I do, it has, over the years, it has changed. Because in the beginning, when I started, I was following other people's routines that I had seen that they do, and it would always feel so overwhelming and so unnecessary, and just it never fit into my routine, and it would just seem like so out, and like, not unnecessary, so unnatural. Yeah. And for you to, like, for this to work for you, and for this to work for you, it needs to feel natural to you. It needs to feel like, just like brushing your teeth, if this is gonna work. And yeah, so what I've now done is, just from listening to other people, what they do, and like how they plan, how they do all these things, then I've created now what works for me. Because I've literally, every year I change stuff up. And I feel like this year I finally found, because the fact that I've been able to stick to this routine this whole year lets me know that I'm almost there. So yeah, so that I do the planning, writing everything down in here, and then so while I'm doing all this is now like a little asterisk. While I'm doing all these things that I do during the day, on Sundays I usually try and be intentional about listening to how would I word it, like, self-care, or podcasts, or YouTube videos that are, what is the word, like, yeah, but you guys get what I mean, like, just inspirational, and just, and not just inspirational, but like not your usual sort of, like, not a series, not Kardashians, or not just like normal stuff that you'd watch, like proper stuff that's teaching you something and helping you learn more about you, or more about the world, or like those types, like something like that. So even though like I do listen, like during the week I will listen here and there, but on a Sunday I make sure that I am doing that, and that's what I'm doing. And like I'll have specific ones that I'll write down. Okay, I want to listen to this, I want to listen to this. So yeah, while I'm doing all this, I'm listening and watching that kind of stuff. You find whatever works for you. These two like kind of come together as I say, like I say my affirmations, I say things. So whatever it is in your life, whatever you want to improve about yourself or about your life, or whatever you've like struggles, or whatever you have, you find your affirmations, you find your things, and you say those. And so I say, you know, I have that moment where I say that, and I also pray. I don't know what to call this time, but praying, affirmation, and like kind of just reflecting on the week, like just having a quiet time where you just reflect, and you're like, okay, you know, what happened during the week? Did I like it? Did I not like it? How can I improve in the next week? Like that, a quick little chit chat, and also just like psyching yourself up for the next week. And also listen to music. Sometimes I also listen to music because that helps with your mood and get you in good vibes, because the whole point of this thing is to feel clean, to feel organized, to feel good. Yeah, like for me, when I'm going into that Monday, I want to feel organized, and I want to feel like free, and because that will help me feel motivated for the week. If I feel like, yeah, that's just me. So this next step 2 is praying, affirmations, and just reflecting and talking about the week, and also putting good energy for the week to come, and all of that stuff. This is just what I do. And then after I've done that, this is something I started doing recently. I meditate. Chirono meditates. I meditate. I never thought I would ever say that. I remember a few years ago I tried meditating, and it was nope. I was like, what am I couldn't even sit still for a minute. I was like, what is this? This is crazy. This is boring. And this doesn't help. What is this? And then, yeah, and then this year I started, and it, for some reason, this year it worked, and like I'm able to like sit, just sleep, to lie down and like be in the zone for 30 minutes. I was so surprised, and the time goes by so quickly, and you do like the things they say about meditating are real, but you have to like let go and just surrender, and like be, and allow yourself to be in the zone, and start small. Don't start and like expect yourself to sit for 30 minutes. Like start and be okay with, okay, I sat for a minute. And also what helps, a great tip with the meditating, listen to those guided meditations. Don't try and do it yourself for the first time and just sit there and you will go crazy. Like those guided meditations on YouTube that like speak to you about something, those really help. And that's how was able to like get to 30 minutes. I think even now I can do 40 minutes. Yeah, so those really help, and I prefer doing it with those things, like, so you have something that you're guiding you. and a really good guy. So the guy that actually got me into meditation is Joey Dispenza. I think did I talk about him in the other video? I don't know, but yeah, Joey Dispenza. Google him, check him out. He's like done some, like helped people with some really hectic problems through meditation, and helped himself. That's how it actually started. And yeah, so and if anything, like the meditation, like it calms you down and it just puts you in this good zone, but you have to allow yourself. Like you can't go into the meditation feeling like it's not going to work, or having that, because it's not going to work. Then you've gone in with this thing, holding on to this thing. You have to go in letting go of all of that and just like literally surrender to the moment. Just and take deep breaths. That's another tip. One, the breaths really help get in the zone. There's like a way you're supposed to breathe, and that there's a reason why these people breathe like this. You take a deep breath in, and then you exhale through your mouth slowly. And guys, yeah, that stuff like calms you down, and even just like normal, like when I'm nervous, anxiety, like breathing in like that calms you down so well. So yeah, so then I meditate, and then after meditation, should be coming to an end now. Yeah, that's literally it, guys. So my process is literally just it's 3 steps. It's the planning for the week, it's the praying, the praying, saying my affirmations, reflecting on the week, and then it's my meditation. And then throughout all of that, I'm listening to my, and after I'm done with that, I just spend the rest of the day listening to that stuff and just feeling good, and just yeah. So and basically why I also included like the stuff that I listen to is because that stuff helps me get into the zone. Because the whole point of this routine, the Sunday self-care routine, is to get you in a good mood, and a productive mood, and a motivated mood, and a mood like I am great, I am worthy, I am capable, I'm the best thing to ever happen to this world. That's the whole point of it. And so find the things, add the things to make sure that by the end of the day, or during the day, that's how you're feeling. If you're feeling like, if you're doing like whatever routine you found somewhere, and you're feeling like anxious, or you're feeling like, oh, I have to do this, or this is too much now, like you're feeling like it's a job, like this is now, like it's Monday now, but it's Sunday. If you're feeling like that, then don't bother, because it's not going to help you. The whole point is it's supposed to make you have a productive, great week and be a better self, be your best self. It's supposed to help you be your best self, you know what I mean? So yeah, so if the routine is not making you feel like that, then stop it, and make it as short as you, make it as functional for you as possible, you know, and try and make sure that it makes you feel your best, because that's how you're going to be consistent at it, and that's how it's actually going to help you. Yes. And yeah, so I also have like a daily thing that I do in the mornings, and yeah, and then I have my yearly thing, and I have all of that. But for now, I decided to just share my weekly self-care routine. Oh yes, and then I also wanted to add, because I know a lot of people, when they do their self-care routines, it's all about face masks and, you know, painting my nails and, you know, all those fancy stuff, and that's great, but this is gonna sound so cliche, guys, but the self-care starts from within, guys. And And the self-care, because the way self-care is being promoted is like this external thing about how you look, like superficial, like, and how you, the superficial stuff about how you feel, about going to the movies, going out with your friends. But the most important part of self-care, I feel, is like your internal stuff. Like, what are you doing not internally, yeah, but what are those internal things that you're doing to be your best self? That should be part of a self-care routine, and that's why I titled this video my Sunday self-care routine, because this is part of my self-care. And yes, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something, and you found something that you can use. Take what you want from this, throw away what you don't want, and yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please subscribe, guys. Okay.